Alright, welcome back. Welcome back to Greenbox Gaming Plays Delta Green Impossible Landscapes. My name is Joe. I will be your handler for this operation. I'm joined by my good friends, Jean, playing Benedict.
You should have heard the language that came out of his mouth just 5 seconds before we started. It was rude.
Oh, yeah.
It was very startling. Ellen would have none of it. Hi,
Yeah,
Joe.
Ellen would be so disappointed. By Dace, playing Benji.
He really likes to, he just curses us mercilessly to get like this sort of vibe. Like that's how he, some
Off
people
camera.
do push-ups before a show and he just dog
just abuses
cusses us.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I'm like the Gordon Ramsay of handlers. And of course, Brad playing Hank.
He made me cry.
Listen, that's one of my crowning achievements, you know, is really cracking that shell, finding that soft, gross boy underneath that soft diaper-wearing boy. That's right, I told the world. The world.
You're gonna make me cry again.
So what's your brand? Depends.
Oh, Brad's.
Oh, me? You're talking to me?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. We all wear diapers to do this show because that's how committed we are.
Right.
No bathroom
That's why we
breaks.
take a break. We take a break in between to just freshen
sit
ourselves
here.
up. Powder our noses.
If you know what I'm saying. Guys, I had a question for you. That we were kind of talking about in the break time. Some movies and shows that we've been kind of watching lately. What is a movie, or maybe not a movie, maybe a movie, or maybe a band or something that you are really into that is a real hot take that other people just do not understand why you're into it? This came up because we were talking about movies, and one of Dace's favorite movies came up that I don't think is at the top of a lot of people's list. The Lighthouse.
It's a damn fine film. I'll fight you if you say otherwise.
Don't get me wrong, it's a great movie.
It's borderline Shakespeare.
Don't like watching it. A great movie. Not enjoyable.
Yeah.
So we know what Dace's one is.
Well,
what would you?
He's the target of today's attack.
Well, that's what it reminded me of. Like, Dace, what is one like besides The Lighthouse? And maybe, if you've seen The Lighthouse, maybe you'll love it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
What's your favorite scene
movie.
from The Lighthouse?
Nope.
There's only one right answer.
Nope.
in today's character assassination, I've got a different band topic for you, Joe. What's your biggest regret?
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. So I got this is a pretty good one. I went to I took a few classes in cinema, and this topic sort of came up like in classes, and I fucking love The Mummies with Brendan Fraser. The Mummy.
The Mummy. Yeah.
Wow.
The 2000s ones, and that was sort of a hot take in the film crowd.
Well, was it because you were in a crowd that takes film very seriously? Was that the issue?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
But
they're not good movies. They were fun to watch, especially when they came out. You know,
I'd argue that they're great movies and culturally relevant, and I think they should have a spot in the thing in Washington where important stuff goes. You know the one.
The Smithsonian.
Yep, there we go.
Okay.
I clearly don't know America.
What was, like, if there's one thing that the Mummy movies, or the first Mummy movies gave us, it is one of the best shitty, like, villain sidekick characters of all time. Which is the guy who joins the Mummy and like works for him.
Yeah.
Cowering.
He's like a cowering, sniveling. Like, he's the guy, like, on his way out, he tries to grab a bunch of gold and it gets him killed.
His big scene is when Emotep is coming after him, and he's got all these different crosses from different religions, and he just like goes through his
Oh,
shirt
yeah.
and holds up a cross
Yeah.
and recites a prayer from that religion.
Yeah,
It's like,
he goes and he grabs a crucifix and he does like it's in Latin, and then he grabs like a Shinto one and starts going off in Japanese, and then he pulls out like I guess he pulls out like the Star of David and talks, and that's the bit where the mummy's like, oh, the language of the slaves, because it's
yes,
Jews, right?
yes.
Yeah,
I can't believe you remember that.
yeah.
That is good writing. Fight,
That is
get
good.
at me.
That's a good scene. It's a good scene.
It's a hilarious scene. Like it's like whenever it's like again one of the best sniveling villain sidekick characters. It's a bit character, but like it's good. Yeah. You got anyone, John? You got any hot takes?
I think you've just given me my idea for my next character, Delta Green.
It's
like
gonna
from
be
a
that
darker
guy.
room. Sniveling sidekick bad
That'd be
Yes.
so fun to play.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Like, why is he even in Delta Green? Like, it's
Why
just
is
like,
he- yeah. Okay, I'll explore this. I don't know. No, I can't think of anything. Pass.
Because it's because Jean's tastes are so mainstream that he
Yeah,
just
so much.
yeah,
No,
He just agrees with everything.
just everything.
That's the thing about Sean.
I think you're right.
Okay.
Well played.
You got anything, Brad?
I was thinking about it. What do y'all think, Joe and Dace, without embarrassing me too much? I'm sure there's something I like that y'all think is smut.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Congo.
the smut.
Congo,
Whoa.
yes. Yes, that's my
Congo.
movie, Congo.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've
it's one
seen
of the best.
Congo.
Congo's my mummy. For,
Yeah.
You've never
Alright,
seen Congo? It's about a ape that knows sign language
Oh,
and takes a
Jesus.
group of explorers into the heart of the Congo in Africa to find diamonds.
That sounds
So they're
stupid as
things-
hell. Is this like a Sharknado style, like tier of movie?
No,
That's
no, no.
what it
It's
sounds
more
like.
serious than that. It has some
Okay.
great scenes too.
It was made in all absolute earnesty. Like, there's no tongue in cheek.
Okay, gotcha.
And he's not even doing the description justice. It's been too long since I've seen it, but it is just so out there. Like,
That's the
even more
premise.
out-
It's not out there. It's
Yeah.
like
Okay.
Well, there was a time when we were in college where there was this bit. I don't know if you guys still do this, but like there was this bit where you guys especially loved. It was like right when Netflix like was first getting big, where you guys loved finding the worst rated movies on Netflix and sitting down to watch them.
that was Matt.
That was all Matty J.
Was it all Matt? Okay.
We just
Ugh.
indulged him.
I remember Rumpelstiltskin. Holy shit! What a terrible movie.
No, those are horrible. Those are horrible.
That is bottom of the barrel.
That is bottom of the barrel.
If there's like Matt's knowledge of shitty TV and movies, he would be like a PhD if there was such a thing at this
Yeah,
point.
I told him he needs to start like a blog of just reviews of shitty movies. Like it would have been great.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's,
You guys watch Stranger Than Fiction?
No.
The Will Ferrell one.
I want to say Seth Rogen, but maybe it's Will Ferrell. Maybe I haven't watched it either.
Dude, we got Tim Curry's in Congo, Ernie Hudson,
Tim Curry's been in a lot of
Bruce
stuff.
Campbell's
you
in
know?
it. Man,
You're not
It's a
gonna
star-studded
win
cast.
this over. That's
It is Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell. Yeah. Yeah, that's maybe my hot take. It's pretty vanilla.
Hmm.
But nobody can relate. It's not mainstream enough for y'all.
that's just not nearly mainstream enough.
Be honest, I haven't seen it. I just know of it.
It makes me want to eat cookies while I'm watching movies.
What an odd instinct.
oh my God.
What
Okay,
are you
sorry.
still talking about the Congo?
You know,
Congo is based off a novel by Michael Crichton. How do you say his name? Crichton, the Jurassic Park dude.
The more excited you are for it, Brad, the less excited I'm getting for it.
It's the same. It's the same writer as Jurassic Park. How can it be bad?
More judgment.
A hot take. Not a fan of Jurassic Park. I don't think they're great movies.
Wow.
Dude, Jurassic
Sorry,
Park is one of the
sorry.
best.
Sorry.
The original one?
movies of all time. Really?
I
That's
was
crazy.
Even when I was a kid, I wasn't impressed. I was like, me. That's
Wow, Joe.
That is a hot take.
Joe,
Sorry.
did you skip the dinosaur phase of growing up? Like, did you just get like a rock, and then you coddle the rock, and you're like, I love rocks. Rocks are the best.
I love
Instead
rock.
Of every, instead of
No.
every other child that is fascinated by dinosaurs.
We did, as kids, used to dig holes for fun, though.
We
That was
dug
a
some
phase we
really
went through.
good holes, man.
All right, but you didn't find dinosaurs. That's the problem.
Well, we weren't
Had you
looking.
found a dinosaur bone?
It's all about the joy of digging.
It's just the joy of digging, man. It's just the joy of making a big asshole. We were good at it too.
We got so good.
We were so good.
Good times.
No,
We
I
had army issue trench shovels.
yeah, we had like old trenching tools. Like they worked really well. I think my one that I think of is not it's not a movie. It's a band who I was originally introduced to I think by Dace, and everyone who I have
Nickelback.
shared.
My Chemical Romance.
No.
It's the French people.
The French
Who's
people.
wearing purple, wearing purple.
Start wearing purple, wearing purple.
No, it's not.
La, 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 la.
that.
Start wearing purple. Gogo Bordello.
No, it's probably clap your hands, say yeah, which a lot of people who I have shared that with are like, what the fuck are you listening to? Like, it's just it's
They're
never
like-
been received well.
They're like indie classic,
Yeah.
early 2000s.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people like them.
I haven't thought about them in forever.
Yeah.
The skin of my yellow country teeth.
So
that's
good.
their banger.
Yeah.
I guess it's because his voice is kind of weird.
Probably.
It's not a very typical voice, but like I remember like when Gabby and I were dating, there's like a bit where like we were we're like riding somewhere and she's like got her Spotify like in the car going. She's like, is there anything you want to hear? I was like, yeah, let me hear a song called Details of the War by Clap Your Hands, Say Yeah, which is like and like she played, she's like, this band is weird. I was like, oh yeah, you should play Skin of My Yellow Country Teeth by them and hear that one too. And she was just like, I don't want to listen to them anymore. And it was like we were like really early in dating. And so like this is her like
Wow.
like no.
It's a good filter.
No.
It's a pretty bold move on her part to just like completely
Yeah.
shut you down that early.
But at the same time, like I've shared it with like a bunch of other people besides you, like that kind of music, and they're like, and people are just like, it's too indie. It's too indie to be palatable.
Well, you haven't even scraped the surface
Well, no, of course I
of
haven't.
bands, or at least songs Dace likes. Because I'm into weird music, and some of it's too weird for me.
Are you thinking of a particular example?
No.
Whatever it is, it's so extreme that he had to block out his camera to just
Yeah.
say that.
What are you doing over there?
Someone
calling you.
I've been listening to again. I haven't listened to in a while. Is The Knife.
Oh, The Knife is so good though.
Knife is
That's
good.
like I don't even think that's a hot take. They're just
That's not.
objectively good.
Yeah, The Knife is
They're
good.
weird.
They are
but very
odd.
good.
Are they? What are they? They're like Scandinavian or something.
I want to say Iceland? No, Swedish. I
Swedish,
think
maybe?
Swedish.
They're good though. They're really, really good.
Swedish.
Yeah. But yeah, hey, speaking of taste and odd things, you guys just ran back into your good friend Charlie.
Welcome to Delta Green.
Welcome
to
Delta Green.
Greenbox Gaming. Like, this is for the audience.
Because we're talking
Weird
about
tastes.
hot takes that will not be accepted well by other people. Let's talk about
That's us.
let's talk about Greenbox Gaming and Delta Green Impossible Landscapes. Last time, you guys descended into the basement running after the sommelier. Benji had a tiny little bit of a mental break,
It happens.
which caused you to lose track of your quarry. And now you find yourself having a hard time exiting the basements as well. You guys have discovered a few things. You found a bunch of spelunking, kind of like digging, mining type equipment out here. You discovered the hotel's laundry room. And while you were there, kind of discovered the other side of an encounter that you had. I guess, all in all, like in-game, not that long ago. For us playing it, it's been a while since we had that episode. When you guys were at the Samahina home, keep in mind the Sammy home. That was back in chapter 2.
That was after our retirement.
The Sammy home. Yes. This was in chapter 2.
Oh,
This is
okay.
in 2015. So in the game, not that much time has passed, honestly. But this is you guys when you were investigating the Dorchester and you figured out something was weird with Esther Samihina. And while you were in her home, you thought you encountered her husband, which actually ended up being her wearing the cloak of truth, which has since been destroyed after it almost drove Benji insane. After he slowly became somebody else. But you guys are now trying to exit the laundry room, and you have just run into your good old friend Guido Antonucci, also known as Charlie, the elevator operator, who appears to be entering his apartment underneath the hotel. So, that being said, my friends, what would you like to do? Would you like to slowly close the door and ignore Charlie? Just go back the other way? Just, nah.
What was it that we were trying to get from Charlie? Like we said, if we have tea, then you will.
Well, I think we were trying different avenues to find the labyrinth, and he seems to know about it as well,
Okay.
if I remember
He also
correctly.
sent the doctor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to see that guy again. Actually, I will have a few words about that doctor with Charlie.
Oh, speaking of that, what's your HP at?
Mine?
Yeah.
What's the right answer?
Double.
Yeah, do you want to go low or do you want to go high?
100. It's 6
Over, under.
out of 15.
Okay. All right. 6 out of 15. Go ahead and take 2 hit points back.
Ooh.
What happened?
Well, I think that dude did
I'm
something
sorry,
to me and had to roll.
Yeah, do I have to answer every one of your questions as the handler?
Yes.
Is that what I have?
It's just courteous. Not
I
as a handler, as
speculate,
a
so
friend.
this Grim Reaper of a doctor
Handler.
visit, and handler visited me in the night, and I had to roll like a sandy or something, I can't remember, and I passed it and nothing happened. So maybe this is the
Like
mechanic.
residual
after,
effects?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
if you take a moment to kind of inspect yourself, or maybe there's a bit where, you had this wound from being shot, it's like, and maybe as you guys are going, just like while in the laundry room or something, it's so hot in here. Maybe it's like one of these things that's kind of itchy. And you kind of reach up and, because I think you got shot in the back too, or maybe even like you reach back there and you realize like, wow, that wound is close right up.
Fellows, I don't know if you're familiar with this show called X-Men, but I think I'm Wolverine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Benji rams the pickaxe through Hank's chest.
My head. Just raw.
Well, go on.
We gotta test it. Heal it. Do it. All right. So yeah. So Guido
Et
is.
tu, Brute.
Et tu, Benji. But yeah. So Charlie is here in front of you. He has his keys out, like a little ring of keys, and he's got his little bellhop hat, kind of like under his arm. And it looks like he's kind of like off duty.
Charlie, is that you?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I see you found room 2. The second one?
Yes. That's a well.
Did
just
you hear me calling?
I did.
Is that?
And you just
So did we
ignored our
find you?
plea.
No, I opened the door and looked for you, but I didn't see you.
Is your room always in the basement area?
Oh yeah, this is where everyone who works here's rooms are.
Did you say it's sunny? In there?
No, I did not. If
Oh.
I did, it was a mistake.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay.
Private, our lieutenant, I forgot. your
Private.
rank.
Oh,
Private.
yes.
We'd like to introduce you to a good friend of ours. He's really good at going.
He's
we
already
met
met
him in the elevator.
He's already
Yeah.
I'd like to
We
reintroduce you to Charlie.
Yeah. Charlie.
He
This
just
is
he
private.
just kind of nods. He's like, "Yep, sir." You know,
Um,
he's like, "Well, come on in. Let's go ahead and get the pot on and the tea brewing."
Christ Almighty.
We, as much as that sounds good, I don't think we were coming through for tea right now. We actually wanted to use the elevator to get up to Elner.
Oh, well, I'm off work right now, so.
Well, is there someone else operating the elevator?
Well,
Who operates in your absence?
just me, I'm afraid. So.
Well, I don't know if you.
He's
last
slowly easing into the room. Like, well,
What's the cucumber sandwich situation?
I'm afraid I don't have any refreshments, just tea. Just, yeah, it'd be nice to sit down with friends.
Christ
and,
Almighty.
and have some tea.
All right, group huddle. Who?
You know what? I'm in. I'm fucking in. After all this, I'm in. Charlie, let's do some tea.
You got any booze in there, Charlie?
I might. You'll probably have to roll something for it, but I might.
All right, I'm in.
And thank you for that doctor you sent up.
Oh
Heck's
yes.
feeling much better.
Yes.
Well, something about. Look, I guess we all walk into the room while we're talking.
Yeah, you do.
Um.
The second that Lobolis crosses the threshold, the door slams mightily behind you all.
Okay.
He's in with us?
Well, yeah, of course, he's following you.
Okay.
Charlie,
checking.
there's something strange about that doctor that you sent to me.
He's the
visited me-
best.
Well,
I can ask him to come back and undo whatever he did if you want.
no, but it seemed like it came at a price. I'm not really sure.
Well,
Charlie,
sorry about that. But he gave you a bill?
Do you-
What?
Or
At least give me
what's
his
going on?
name so I can address him by a actual name next time I see him.
Now, was he in your network, or did you have to pay out of pocket?
What? Are you on an HMO or like what's? Is Andre?
Andre.
That's funny. I think I know him by a different name. Boer.
Well, I've heard him go by that too.
What do you go by, Charlie?
Guido. Here, come sit down. He turns the light on, and it was pretty dark in here at first. There was on. It looked like he turns the lights off, and when he leaves, but he turns the light on, and you guys. This is one of those moments where even in a Delta Green game, with everything you guys have been through, I want you to really put yourself in the shoes of your characters. Charlie, he's small, he's unassuming. He's been kind of annoying this whole time about his tea. He wants you to visit. He just seems lonely, really. He flips on the light, and hanging from every wall, from every vertical surface, and on most of the horizontal surfaces as well, are about 1 foot to 2 foot tall handmade puppets hanging by their strings from it's like there are not even walls. They're just covered in
Like realistic
Puppets.
looking puppets, or like
of varying degrees. Some of
Sesame Street, or what are we talking about?
them it's this big fuzzy they're like wooden, like kind of like marionettes,
Oh, okay.
Of different designs. Some of the features are drawn in, like I'm just imagine just like click, the lights come on, and you guys are just surrounded by this, and maybe even, Hank, you turn and you're a little closer to one of the walls, and one of them is like right at eye level, and you see that its face has kind of been drawn in, looks like with like a ballpoint pen. Kind of roughly. It's not bad work. It's not, it's not good work. It looks pretty amateur, but it is all over. Why don't someone, Benedict, why don't you give me a luck roll? Let's see if your incredible luck holds out that you've had today.
Except for I was gonna say, Charlie's. Oh, you got any hobbies?
Do you have any hobbies? Click.
That's a 20 under 50 luck.
Yeah. You look around and you are very surprised. Maybe there's one kind of hanging a little close to you, Benedict, kind of like hanging from the ceiling. You look up and we were actually just talking about Jeremy recently. And you look up and see a little puppet that looks kind of like Jeremy. And Benji, you look over and see one of everyone that really stands out to you. This one looks to have meticulous effort put into it. Probably the most out of anyone in here. You see Abigail Wright in puppet form, hanging there as Charlie takes off his little bellhop coat. This is a bit big for him, like doesn't really fit, and he kind of sets it down and folds it neatly and begins to kind of shuffle off toward what you assume is a kitchen, and he's just kind of talking as he goes, "Well, it's so great to have you visit. I knew you'd find it. It's only the second one after all."
Benji walks over to the Abigail Wright doll and I'm gonna try to pick it up.
Yeah. You do. That is no problem. It's kind of sitting. It looks like there might be like an old piano in here, like one of those flat-backed, not like a grand piano, but like one of those pianos like shoved to the wall, and it's like sitting kind of in the middle, like on the keys are covered, but sitting there like very, very set up. Very like this is obviously one of his best works. Yeah, you pick it up, no problem.
Can I take it off the strings?
Sure. Yeah, that's not an issue.
I'm gonna pocket it.
Okay. You have a foot-tall puppet of Abigail Wright.
Hank kind of clocks what Benji's doing and tries to, someone distract Charlie.
Yeah.
Even though he finds it odd, he just assumes, Benji's kind of still a little bit out there.
He is.
So, interesting hobby you got here, Charlie.
Oh, yes. I it's just a bit of my father was a toy maker, you see.
Geppetto.
No. Good joke, though.
Hey.
Joking. Give him a joking.
Yeah, no joking.
Yes, I get a joking.
No.
We like to joke around, Charlie. It's just a casual ribbon.
Oh,
For the
yes.
boys.
Well, it's something that keep me busy. I just, I see so many people come and go, and, I like to remember them all, and they, not, and there's a he gets a little say, it's like, not many people talked to old Guido too much. It's nice to have people around.
Bet you've been here a long time, huh, Charlie?
Oh yeah, and he comes kind of tottering out, and he's and there is like a small table there, and only one of the chairs is like ready to be. It's obvious that he is the only one who sits here very often. There's like a small table, and there are enough chairs for you guys. Or maybe there's only 4 chairs. Labolas is just kind of standing there next to the door, just eyes wide. Anytime any of you guys look at him, he just kind of gives you that same kind of like shakes his head like no, like he does not want to be here.
I can't. Charlie, this is a very interesting hobby, to say the least, especially since
Oh yes.
we've seen some rather bigger versions of this roaming the halls.
When you
That'd be
say,
lovely.
just as you say that, the platter with the tea goes on the table, but it goes down kind of hard. You've seen them.
We all have.
Oh yes.
Do you have? They seem to range from minding their own business to being downright hostile.
Oh yes, they should be avoided, left alone to their own devices. Roam the halls, the stairs, rails in the ceiling. You can barely see them. Masterfully made.
Do you know who makes
Your work.
them?
I've heard whispers. Been here a long time, you see. A name. Ambrose. Ambrose.
Why don't we know that name, don't we?
That's not Garibaldi,
No.
right? Ambrose. What have we? Can you give us where have we heard that name before? I know we've heard it.
I'm
There's a lot of
struggling to
places.
remember it too, but I think you have heard it.
What if I hit an intelligence check? Then will you remember more, Joe?
I think Joe's running his own intelligence check.
Joe is struggling at his own intelligence check. I
There's
believe
only-
you've
actually-
heard the name.
The name is
We definitely have.
just have a note that says Ambrose and nothing underneath it on the murder board.
Could you ping that?
No, I just put that there now. I just
Oh,
put that
Oh,
there
you
now.
did. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Um,
I think you guys might have heard it before. I am struggling to recall.
Is he run this hotel of sorts?
Oh
You know what
no! I think he just makes the puppets. That's,
to do his bidding?
I don't know if he controls them. I've heard that he makes them. I think is all I've really heard. But tell me
Does
a
he-
little bit about you. About you, Mr. Ellis, Hank Ellis. Tell me your story.
Well, there's not much to say, Charlie. We were running from something and found ourselves here. If I'm to be frank, we're trying to find a girl,
A girl.
an Abigail, right?
Abigail, right. Yeah, she was here. He looks over towards the piano. He's like, oh dear. Oh, must have. Oh, he kind of looks around. Oh, must have.
Benji has that same guilty face right now.
Must have misplaced it. I saw she was here for a while.
Well, she and Hank finds, he's back hot on his detective kick type situation.
Yeah.
So, was she? How long has it been since you saw her? I mean, was she in good health? Was she
Oh.
okay?
I'm old. Time gets funny around here. In great shape. Fascinating. Mysterious girl. Beautiful. Beautiful girl. If I were 40 years younger. Yeah. But
What?
How old are you, Charlie?
too old.
How long you been running these shafts, you old lift dog? You old button pusher?
You're running the shafts. He's like, well, a long time, long time, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, as you guys begin to talk to Charlie, to Guido, Antonucci, the hours while away. There is at one point in time where I imagine, Benedict, you find yourself putting your teacup down, and Charlie saying, "Oh, let me freshen up the pot." And he goes to stand, and you realize that you're not sure how long you have been in this room.
And I don't need to urinate after all this tea.
Don't need to piss. So,
Charlie, when do you need to get back to your work?
Oh well, I could. I've got the rest of the evening off. It's I just love entertaining friends. So good to have visitors.
That's one friend to another.
And at this point in time, like even like Benji and Hank, you guys kind of like you're like what like kind of shake out of it almost. Like was he just boring?
Well, I feel we've been here quite a time, Charlie, already. As one friend to another, I do honestly appreciate you sending the doctor to our room.
That's what friends do, Hank.
Yes.
Can I call you Hank?
Sure. I don't know how to put the proper emphasis on this, but it is to the utmost important to us to find this girl Abigail. If you could point us in any direction. Now, we've heard rumors of the labyrinth. We think that might be one step. Of a dance, of a ballroom, I believe.
Oh, you're looking. Well, yes, of course you're looking for the labyrinth. Everyone's looking for the labyrinth, after all. I could show you the way. You are such good friends. There is something I would need help with first, though. Something that old Charlie can't do anymore. That some spry young fellows like yourselves would.
Oh no,
Surely.
I think you may have got the wrong impression of us, Charlie.
We don't swing
This
that
is not
way.
that kind of friendship.
Oh no.
I mean,
Gentlemen, I'm from an older time. I don't even know what you're talking about. That's the labyrinth, you say? I could help. I could show you the way. I could show you the entrance. You say you want to go to the dance?
well, I'm gonna be completely frank. We have a note from Abigail, and she lists off quite a few situations on there, or just words that we're trying to piece together. Hopefully, it will lead us to her. And there's a dance, there's a party, there's a labyrinth. I mean, there's even a battle, a shadow, a lake.
I don't know about all that. I was just. Listen, You've been so kind to me, but I do have other jobs I do besides just operate the elevator. If you could help me with that, I could probably show you the way to the entrance.
What'd you have in mind?
Well, we need ratters to clean out the vents. I used to crawl up in there, but my knees are just not what they used to be. You fellas, you seem spry and fit. You just shimmy right up in there and clean them out.
Don't you have anybody else helping you, Charlie?
No one wants to help. Oh, Guido, like I said, I don't get taught too much, fellas.
What? So what's...
I might be inclined to help you, but we're not too good with directions in this place, and it might be a while before we find you again. And I don't want to get in a situation where we do this and we can't find you, to show us the way.
Oh, I understand. I could also, you said you wanted to go to the dance. There is a ballroom. There's a ballroom. I could take you by there, and maybe could find you away from there, or if you help me with this, I think I could. It's a long way down to the entrance to the labyrinth. And so I could find my way.
How many linear feet of ductwork we talking about? Like, how long is this gonna take?
Ooh, I see. You're a man who knows your vents. Speaking in linear feet. That's,
I'm just a humble musician and music PhD. I don't know why I would know that.
well, it's not so much. It's just there's vermin. Vermin need to scare them off. Always scratching around in there.
Do they bite?
Yeah, they bite.
What if we caught a dog and just released it in the ducts? Would that tickle your pickle?
The dog wouldn't do, I don't think.
What about a puppet monster truck?
You don't have that.
No, but you are a puppeteer, my friend, and you could manufacture a little monster truck puppet for me.
Make us an RC racer.
In fact, I'd like to propose this very seriously, Guido.
That's dumb, and you're dumb.
I used to have a friend like you, and he was not dumb. He was not dumb.
It's not dumb.
Well,
was he Gravedigger? Is that what it was?
let us discuss this for a second, Charlie.
Please let me make a
Let me go freshen up this pot.
Yes. All right, fellas.
Okay. How about
I'm on the fence, so
about Gravedigger.
Yeah,
Well,
that too.
you know, we all loved Gravedigger, truly. But Benedict, I'm assuming you're not too fancy on this idea of going through the air ducts.
No, he's not telling us something. He's not telling us a lot.
Look, here's the thing. We already made a bargain with Elmer, and we already completed that. And he told us he'd show us the labyrinth, right?
We did.
That's true.
So maybe we should
should
follow
maybe
up on
cash
that
that
before
in.
we start making more bargains. I mean,
True.
maybe not say no to Charlie. Just be like, yeah, we'll do it.
There's something
Eventually.
I don't like about that Elma, but Charlie, come over here one more second before we.
Yep, here we
tell me
go.
what
Here we go. Got some fresh
I want
tea.
you to really think about this, friend to friend, because frankly, we already did something very risky for Elma, and he's said he would take us to the labyrinth.
Did you?
But
Elmer doesn't know how to get there.
really,
Right, he's been
What do you
searching.
mean?
He's been searching just like everybody else. Everyone's always searching. Sometimes you can find the place, sometimes you can't.
God damn it, I knew that piece of shit.
What did Elmer ask you to do?
human, can I success? I want to really, truly. Do I think Charlie really believes this?
Yeah, he does. He does. He's like, you know, what did he ask you to do exactly?
Usually you're like, can I roll a human? And the GM's like, yeah, go ahead. And Brad's just like, fucking
Human
fireball.
success.
Human.
We had to fix a room for him, Charlie.
Oh yeah,
Like you're asking us to
8:30.
fix a vent.
8:30. I took you up there. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, that room, and he kind of looks around at the puppets all around, still hanging. He's like, that one, the puppet, the big one, in the purple. That one goes
The purple
down to
rope?
the labyrinth.
Ah,
Psalm.
Yeah, the sommelier. Actually, I don't know if he would call it that, but he's like, yeah, that one.
yeah, we were hot on its trail, but
You lost
something
it?
came up. Yes.
That's regrettable. That's one of the only surefire ways to find it every time. Now, gentlemen, I'm not saying you can't find it on your own. It just might take a while. But again, you help out old Guido. But that being said, I will tell you, you know, if you want to go to the ballroom, I can take you there, but I don't know if that's what you're looking for.
What's the ballroom?
Well, I told him we were looking for a dance, and the
Yeah.
I think it
No,
says
I'm asking
a
Guido.
ballroom dance. Oh, gotcha.
What is the ballroom, Guido?
More puppets?
No.
The purple puppet, the sommelier. Does it ever go back to 8:30?
Well,
Does it sort
I
of
s-
have a schedule?
well, now that you mention it, you see, at some point in time, every night, all the puppets in the hotel reset. They all go back to where they start. And I think the one you're talking about, I think it might do the same thing. You know, I only tell you this because you're such good friends. You came to see Guido. You sat down. You listened to my story. You know, and you guys don't remember the story he told you. He said, you could give it a go.
How many people, if you could do this vent job by yourself, Guido, does it need all
Oh,
three of us?
just the one. Just one.
All four of us?
No, just one.
Just one?
As
all look at-
turn
Well,
up
to
the
What kind of equipment do you usually take with you for this ratting job?
Just something to beat the rats. I was gonna say to beat the rats off, but that's not just something to scare them. You know, it's dangerous up in there. You know.
I think we got just the man for the job.
Is this again like does everyone's head turn towards Lebolus?
Yep, everybody turns.
You're gonna have to convince him to do something like this. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Let's make a
bet-
decision right. Let's make a decision right here. Which direction do we want to try? The ballroom, sit by the room and wait for the Psalm to come back, or do this for Charlie.
Can we do both? Then
Which one do we want to do first?
I also want to have a fucking reckoning with Elmer.
So which one do?
Charlie, do you need the rats done right now? Or can we come back?
Well, it doesn't have to get done. It would be a real nice thing to do for a friend.
I totally agree with you.
All right. Hank slams his fist on the table. I'm gonna say right now, fellas, we don't know how long we've been here. I'm starting to get worried that we might have been here too long, honestly. I say we go back to the room and try our luck with tracking down the song.
All right. As good a plan as any.
Okay.
out of character, we could send Private Lebolus into the vents while we're at the room, hedge our bets, have two methods if something goes wrong or
Dude, I just feel like he's gonna get in the situation again, and then he's either gonna be dead, lost, or we're gonna have to go in after him and do it anyway.
you know what? You're 100% right.
I think there's a chance we don't have to do it anyway. And I'm keen
So
to
you
take
want to do
that
the
chance.
rats? You want to do the rats?
No,
Try
I
to
want to
persuade
say
him. Yeah, but
Private.
we gotta try to persuade him.
Oh, easy. Private, come here.
He's like
have a
right
plan.
there. He's right.
We
he's
have-
right there.
A cunning plan for you.
Yeah.
It's a critical persuade success. That's
Wow.
what this plan is.
And that's the
He
last
can't
time
fail.
they ever saw him.
He can't fail. Benedict
Private.
cannot fail.
For king and country.
Wrong nation, but
Yeah, wrong country.
Something, it gets something in him though.
He's like,
right.
You say something. He's like, well, if this is part of the mission. This is part of the mission. I guess I could. It's just rats, right? It's
Just rats. You're armed, right? Do you have a small
Yeah,
firearm?
he has. Well, he has. He probably has a sidearm. He's like, yeah, I probably can't take my rifle, and I have my. He has like
Well,
a
you could
.45 caliber pistol.
Man,
Do you
it's
have
just
a-
Just shoot a gun down the vent, and I'm sure that'll scare them away. Pow, pow, pow.
It's a real little bunny foo-foo situation, brother. Just pick up them field mice and bop them on the head, you know what I mean?
Take your gun with you for that. Give them the old butt stroke.
Just the idea of picking up a rat and a pistol whipping.
Wow.
This is like Fallout style. You're just like hitting giant roaches and shooting them.
That was my first thought. This is a fucking level 1 Fallout. We're going to kill rad roaches.
All right.
Our worst. Okay, I guess we're going with this.
All right.
Well, and then we can ask Guido to take us back up, either to the room or to Elmer.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Guido will, if you want him to take Labolas and put him in the vents, he'll do that. Labolas has agreed to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is just me. We can do that, but I really don't. I want to find this labyrinth. So I think once we do this, assuming it turns out all right, he's going to take us to the labyrinth, hopefully.
The labyrinth or the ballroom? Which did he
The
say?
labyrinth. He said he can just take us to the ballroom regardless of anything, but I really want to go to the labyrinth.
So
Okay.
So you guys are gonna run back up to 8:30? You're gonna try to?
No, I mean, we're going to send him in the vents,
Okay.
I guess, and then hopefully Charlie will be true to his word and then try to either track down the Psalm or he has some kind of insight to where the labyrinth is.
Gotcha.
Can we, Guido, that question about the linear feet. I don't do feet, but how large are these vents?
Oh, pretty extensive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Will this rope fit in the vents?
Sure.
And my pickaxe.
I feel like a pickaxe would be too much.
I mean,
Lord
I
of
mean, the
Rings.
private is fitted out. He's got his miner hat on with the light. Got a rope
Yeah.
around him.
I'm curious if we maybe need to attach this rope to him in case he shouts and there's problems, and
I mean,
we
sure.
just yank him back.
It's just some of the guests have been complaining about noises up there, so we just want to. I mean, if you want to.
Oh,
How long do you think this is going to take the young private there?
It all depends on how excitable he is.
Oh no. We've made a grave mistake.
All right, let's try it.
All right. Yeah. So you are
Fuck
going
it,
to
let's do
send. You're going to send this guy. He has agreed to go. Are you gonna tie a, like a thing around him?
Yeah.
let me ask him. Do you think he needs? I'll roll a luck to see.
What are you rolling for?
Yeah, he wants a rope, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah, he'll take the rope and put it around his waist or an ankle or something.
Neck.
His neck. And he will start. He gets out his and Guido will say, he's like, yeah, there's one out here in the hallway, and then he takes you down in the hallway like a small I don't know, kind of like a utility room kind of thing, with a vent that's pretty high up, but there's some boxes, or you guys can help Labolas out there. It's really just big enough for a person to crawl on their belly, in Die Hard style, right? And Labolas has got his pistol in one hand and his miner's hat on because you made him put it on, so he has a light.
Leave that other helmet with me.
He leaves his army helmet with you, and
This is like, or even like Alien when they send the android to crawl through the pipes, and Aliens too, and it's super claustrophobic, and they're like,
right.
Okay, he'll do it. We'll stay.
This is exactly that.
This is why I hate this. This is why every GM hates to give NPCs, because this is what they do to them. They're like, oh, they're a resource. Let's wring them out.
Now I'm not just bringing them out. Hank already saved his ass once. and he's
Yeah,
gonna
he owes
he's gonna
us.
give him a he's gonna give him
You
a
don't.
talk up.
You don't need to. You don't need to sell it to me, man. You tell yourself whatever you need to sleep at night. Okay.
We're no longer spring chickens, man. Our joints
Yeah.
are. Well, I mean,
We've
Yeah.
seen
we're no
affliction.
better than Charlie.
Yeah. All right.
He's the man for the
And
job.
don't
Private-
worry, Charlie. We will pull you back as soon as we hear meatball.
Naturally.
Yes. That's
All right.
Private the bolus. Meatball
So
gets you back home.
so he's gonna start crawling. He's gonna start crawling. You've got your rope around his ankle here. It's not too long, and he goes a long ass way. Okay, he goes a long ass way, and there's even a bit where you think he kind of maybe doubles back and goes down a different vent. You can kind of hear him, and like it gets to the point where he's maybe kind of trying to talk back to you, and it's really hard to hear him because there's like air coming out of the vent, like mechanical sounds of fans and things like that. And it gets to the point where it's really hard to see him, or really hard to hear him. So real quick, I'm gonna start rolling some dice. We love that. We love dice, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
It's what we're here to do.
The way that you said dice makes me
Let's
very
roll
unhappy.
D100. Okay.
20.
All right. So we got a 20. So that's
He
good.
kills 20 rats.
He kills 20 rats.
Your
So
boy's a natural born ratter.
he's a natural
Do we hear
born
bam,
ratter.
bam, bam?
Well, you hear something, and you hear some scrabbling and banging, and then you hear definitely the sound of Lobolus yelling, and you do
Oh.
hear blow, blah blah blah. You hear several gunshots. Keep in mind, this guy's in a vent firing a 45 caliber handgun.
It's gonna be loud.
It's gonna be very hard on him. So let's take a look at this real quick. So that's so blam blam blam. There, it goes off. You and we are gonna continue to hear this as that's an 11. That's a critical.
Critical success.
That's a critical. So we're gonna roll this d8. There are just a bunch of there are a bunch of rolls. Are you guys pulling him back?
No, we're leaving him. Are you okay? Can he hear us?
You continue to hear screaming. You continue to hear
Oh,
screaming,
screaming.
as the rope is being kind of jerked back and forth.
Okay, no, pull him back.
I'm
Pull him back.
just gonna keep doing rolls.
Don't
All right,
worry,
let's pull
Benedict.
him back.
That's just his battle cry.
Let's pull him
strength.
back.
That's just what he does.
Yeah.
Pull him back.
All right,
Can I
let's.
roll strength?
Yeah, roll me some
Let's
strength
all-
rolls.
Can we all roll?
Yeah, go
One
ahead. I'm
skill.
gonna keep
That's,
rolling.
He's just
That's
steady
failure.
rolling over here.
I'm gonna
Success.
keep rolling.
Success for Henny.
Failure for Benji. Should we keep rolling strength if you're? If
We
you're
just keep rolling against.
Okay, so this is what happens. You guys pull back. You pull back and back and back and back. And lo and behold, Private Lobolus pops out. And when he does, he scrabbles backwards. His handgun is gone. He reeks of a mix between mildew, like water, like standing water, like gross mildewy smell, and death.
Death.
His face is covered in what might be blood. Seems like a bit dark to be blood. And
Right.
he is basically unresponsive.
Hank,
He's
can I
alive.
shake-
Let me make it
yeah.
clear. He's alive.
Can I roll a psychotherapy to try to shake him out of it? I'll
Yeah.
just, Private.
Roll psychotherapy.
Are you alright?
Let's see if you can pull.
Failure.
That's what you deserve. You son of a bitch. No, he is just mumbling, and you're not able to. Yeah, maybe if you put your ear next to his lips as he's mumbling, you just hear. He just sounds like. I had to do it. I didn't want to do it.
Christ.
I had.
Oh my god.
And
Let me try it. Let me try to talk him out of it as well. I've done this before. Out of my way, Hank.
okay, I'll give you one more.
Oh,
Fumble!
Holy shit.
All right, excellent.
Oh. Too cocky.
Too cocky. Yeah, you try to snap him out of it. You think you might snap him even further in, is what you think you might do. You don't. You get the feeling that you are not going to get Labolas back anytime soon.
What if Benji rolls a psychotherapy and he rolls a crit? Can we make that devil's bargain?
I'll make a bargain with you.
Okay.
If you do not get a critical success on this roll, on a psychotherapy roll, what's your psychotherapy, by the way?
14.
So you have a 2% chance of succeeding. You could either get a 1 or an 11. That's it.
The
That's how you-
sailors had worse odds than those and made it up. Storm.
Wait, what's the downside?
If you don't get this, consider Labolas totally incapacitated and unable to join you any further. No, something even worse happens. I'm going to say you've already lost Labolas. Something even worse is going to happen that I'm not going to tell you what it is.
So we've got nothing to lose.
I'm going to write it down on this piece of paper.
Okay.
Oh no. It's gonna get violent.
I wrote it down on the backside of this piece of paper.
Oh.
What are we thinking?
Benji, it's up to you. We could lose him forever if we don't snap him out of it now.
Uh-huh.
Damn it, Hank, he's already gone. Don't you see? Hollow eyes like a shark's.
We gotta try, Benji. He's a man, a human being.
He's a human being. An American soldier, for Christ's sakes.
We didn't leave you
Benedict is-
behind, and we won't leave him behind.
Oh, it's a good point, Hank. Benedict was suspiciously quiet up until now.
We're doing this.
All right.
Ugh.
All right, God damn it, I'll try.
There you go.
Come on.
So,
2%.
this is the
not
worst
gonna-
decision we've ever made.
Yeah, it
we
is.
We can agree with that, right?
Yep.
No,
All right.
or the best. Has yet to be seen.
Failure.
Nowhere near.
86
All
over
right.
14.
I wrote down FFF/temporary insanity. FFF for
Okay.
fight, flight, freeze. So I'm now going to roll a D6 and determine whether or not he attempts to run away from you, if he shuts down, or if he attacks you. So it's in the order it is in the book. It's gonna
get killed by our NPC.
it's gonna be flee, struggle, submit. In that
we
order.
deserve it. We
Here
fully
we go.
deserve it.
So Benji
So
was
struggle?
Benji was talking to him, right?
Yeah, that's
Right.
struggle.
Rolling a D100. He got a 34. Rolling a D4. He got a 1. What's going on here?
What is going on here? Let's see here real quick. Blah blah blah. Oh, nope, should be a D6. My bad. Okay. Before you guys realize what happens, he removes the K-bar combat knife from his belt and stabs Benji.
Fucking hell.
Oh god.
His
him
eyes
down.
are wild. He is
put him down.
panicked.
Okay.
Do you want to dodge?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Okay. You do get a dodge.
Yes.
Would you like to use your dodge skill? Go ahead and
I
roll
would
your
love
dodge
to use my
skill.
dodge skill, which I'm sure is astronomical. That's not bad, a 33.
1 and 3.
I mean, that's pretty bad, but yeah, failure, 36. over
That's a
that
good
33.
old-fashioned stab. Why don't you go ahead and take 2 of those hit points that I rolled?
Okay.
Hank, seeing this, can he attempt unarmed combat to?
Benji just fucking screams. Like,
I'd imagine.
Wait, are we entering? Are we entering
I
combat?
don't.
How
It
does this
might
work?
just be doing it once, but I think Hank
Yeah.
would try to shove him down at the very least.
Hank's
Not
gonna
his
try
hand-
to incapacitate him versus murder him.
Right. So unarmed combat.
Yeah, I would say that I think there might actually be something for this, like an action where you can like a kind of attack where you can actually attempt to do that.
It's not just straight unarmed.
I would say that if you want to do that, if you want to use your unarmed skill to attempt to take him down or restrain him, I would say that you probably can. So go ahead. Go ahead and use that.
2 of us?
I would say
Or
you
does this
both
have to
can
be a
use an
1-by-1?
unarmed skill.
Okay. Hank got it.
Success.
Okay. So he's going to make, I think, and he's going to make an unarmed skill in an attempt to resist you. He's going to try to do that. So the way that it works is that you want to get, if he succeeds, you want a higher success. If he fails, you automatically succeed, right?
Okay.
So let's roll a D100 for him. A 15. Now that's a success, but by the rules of Delta Green, a higher success in an opposed thing actually wins. You were able to, we're going to say you were able to kind of, we'll say you were able to pin him, essentially.
Hey.
And I would say by the time you're pinned and you have 2 other people here, you can probably. I'm not gonna make you. No, we are gonna make you do it. I assume the other 2 of you would like to get in there.
Tie him up with the rope.
Oh wait, were you attempting to disarm him specifically?
No, I think Hank was just like. I think he would just try to knock him out, honestly.
Okay. So if you have him pinned, then then basically these guys have like an advantage to attack him, because pin is one of the combat actions in Delta Green. So is that what you're just going to try to continue to hold him down, or maybe like choke him out or something?
Yeah.
He still has a knife. You need to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So wait, is this combat order or what? How are we cycling?
We'll go ahead and we'll go into combat order at this point. So I believe that it's Benji, Hank, Benedict. It goes in that order.
Yep.
Okay. And this guy, where's he gonna fall? Benji, what is your dexterity?
It is 14.
What is Benedict's?
12.
Okay. This guy's gonna go after all of you guys. So Benji, you first. You've been stabbed.
Oh man.
And Hank has
Benji.
jumped on this guy and has like got him in like a hold.
Somebody take the knife.
There are 2 things that Benji would do in this situation, and I'm gonna roll
It's not
D100.
taking the
Okay.
Let's see. Under he does one thing, over he does another. This is just like reaction. Holy shit.
What's he do?
Rolled a 3 on a D100. Benji instinctually whips down the pickaxe on this restrained
You're
dude.
carrying a
Oh,
pickaxe.
God.
Just like panic, like adrenaline surging, instinctual, just gets stabbed and fucking whoosh.
You know,
swings
if
down.
I had a pickaxe and someone stabbed me, I feel like I would also.
That seems fair.
Would you like to then? So you're making a melee weapon, I assume.
Sounds like it.
Okay. Make a melee weapons roll. Let's see what you get. You get a plus 20.
Oh, thank God, failure.
You miss. You miss. and you do not hit anyone.
It hits
Hank.
right beside Hank and the dude's head, and Hank's just like,
Yeah, it like goes into the ground besides Hank's head, just like wham, like sticks in the wood. Hank, your turn.
unarmed combat.
Yeah, so you can attempt to.
I think Hank at this point,
You can attack. You can attack if you want.
he's gonna try to incapacitate him, you know, because he sees this getting kind of serious. And
Yeah, you're gonna have to do.
he doesn't know. He thinks this will happen quicker. Otherwise, he's just gonna get killed by Pinchy.
All right, roll me an unarmed. Roll me an unarmed combat. You can take a plus 20 because you're like in an advantageous position because you have been pinned.
Success. 50 under 80.
A 50 under 80. So that's not a critical. If it was a critical success, I would have said that you could have like just choked. You got him in a position. You start choking him out right now. He goes down. You're just gonna have to do damage to him essentially.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll. I would say using bare hands. It's a 1d4 minus 1. Wait, what's your strength?
15.
1d4 flat.
4.
You do straight up 4 damage to this guy. Okay. So that's actually a big hit on someone that you're like, you continuing to fight with them. You're like scrambling around. Maybe you give him like an elbow to the face or something like that. So he is going to, I believe, he's going to do a fight back. As you do this, he is going to, he's gonna like try to like slash out at you like as you're doing this because this is like his response to you, and he can do this out of order. So,
Does he get a negative modifier because he's restrained?
I'm gonna say so just because of the situation. Let me find it here. Let me find fight back. This is the clunky bit where it shows how much or how little we know about this. So he is going to roll his melee attack at you at a negative 20. He has a great big terrible fail. He completely flubs it. You're in a position where like the knife is just like nowhere near you. He's just like stabbing widely. Benedict.
I unarmed combat to disarm him.
Yes, there is a specific disarm thing. Go ahead and roll it.
Plus
And take
20.
a plus 20, yes. Using your unarmed combat skill.
That's a failure.
That's a failure. You are not able to get the knife from
73
him.
under 75.
He already used
Plus
his turn
25.
to fight back. Back to Benji. Are you going to attempt to murder him with a pickaxe a second time?
No.
Benji detects a certain feminine aura and wonders for a second if he might not in fact be a woman.
And
A valiant foe indeed.
Benji's having flashbacks, so what's her name? He just sees me
Michelle,
wrestling
yeah.
with Michelle.
Yeah.
smell of pepper spray wafts through.
Benji is coming back to his senses from his momentary reflex thing.
You
and
should have
he's
been
gonna-
rolled. We should not have given you those bonuses. You're at a negative 20.
Oh, he's a negative
Fuck, you're right. It wouldn't have mattered. 'cause
It
It
I
wouldn't have
failed.
mattered. Yeah.
But okay, I'll take a negative 20 on a. I just wanted to restrain him.
So this will be just a flat 20. It'll just be a flat roll because you have a plus 20 from Hank. So
Okay.
you're going to attempt to restrain him as well, like to assist Hank or to take away his weapon.
Yes. I think taking away his weapon would be more important.
All right, unarmed combat roll.
Unarmed combat. Damn, Benji's got a 56. How does that happen?
Does he? Huh.
Yeah. Flat roll. Success. 21 under
Success.
56.
Okay. Yeah, you like drop the pickaxe and you go to try to jump at the knife and try to rend it free. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So now he has no weapon. You managed to take the combat knife from him. Hank.
He's still struggling.
Still struggling.
He's gonna try the same thing. Unarmed.
Yep. Plus 20 still.
Success.
Success. Give me a damage.
1.
He is fighting and struggling. He's frothing. Yeah, at this point in time, he's like calling you like fucking Jerry and like you fucking Krauts and stuff like that. You think he thinks he's somewhere else fighting someone else. Benedict.
Same thing for me.
All right, beat the shit out of this guy.
Success.
There you go. Your poor NPC. All right, yeah. Give me that
I'm
damage
in
roll.
such glee. That's a 3 damage.
There is a moment where, Benedict's a pretty big guy. Benedict, you were between the 3 of you. You were able to kind of mount, like, it's like a sandwich. Like Hank has him like from behind, like not like a chokehold necessarily. Benji is like trying, like just beating the shit out of him. And at some point in time, Benedict, you are like find yourself like it's Hank on the bottom, Lobolas on top, with Hank on his got his back, and you basically are in full mount, and you just start punching him in the face. And it takes about 3 or 4 of those before Lobolas goes limp.
Ooh, brutal.
Yikes.
Very
Hank-
brutal.
Charlie here this whole time.
Charlie has been standing here
Just quietly watching us.
this
I'm
whole
not-
time.
I'm not mad because this was fun, but Hank kind of pushes him off, and he's like irritated at both of you. He's like, "This is on you two. You wanted him to do this, and now look at
He
him."
needed to. But we got the job done,
Whoa.
Hank.
Whoa.
Okay. So who wants to talk about some rules real quick?
Yeah, we're probably gonna do some sanity because we did some violence.
Suffer violence, stabbed, strangled, or shot. Benji, please give me a sanity roll.
Okay. I'm not done with this conversation, Hank.
As you guys
Until you go
beat this man. Success.
Success.
0 sanity damage for Benji.
Yay!
He's been stabbed before. All right, inflicting damage. So I think this probably falls under incapacitate or cripple an innocent.
He wasn't. He's a soldier.
Benedict,
so I
go
take it.
ahead and roll that sanity check.
So I'm almost. So I've got 2 ticks on adapted for violence.
Ooh, you passed this one. Or no, you need to take a little bit of damage without going insane, and then you're permanently immune.
All right. That's a success on sanity.
All right, you take 0.
In your face,
All right, you don't feel bad at all. You don't
feel
feel
bad.
bad at all.
Hank. I don't
As-
feel bad at all. Charlie, look at me. We got the job done.
You
now you
got the
take us
job
where we want to be.
Hank doesn't take anything.
No, Hank's fine.
Okay.
You guys
Damn
are
it.
sitting, and by the way, I don't know if you guys have ever wrestled full on as hard as you can wrestled with another adult man. It is no fun. You all are exhausted. In just that short bout, you guys are breathing hard. I imagine Hank is
Well, I think that's
dying.
part of it. Hank's annoyed that he had to go through that, but also that we've just ruined another innocent person's life.
Okay, and Benji's gonna be like,
You're as guilty as we are. You had made the decision just like we did. We could have easily just gone up to that room and waited.
I didn't want to, Benji. I did not want to. And he just punches the wall in frustration.
You punch the wall in frustration. There's this moment where it's quiet, and you hear, "Well, good job. I suppose. Well, better be getting on to that labyrinth, shouldn't we?" And that is probably a good place to stop.
wow,
Do you guys feel proud of what you've done?
kinda.
Yep.
I'm
That
just,
should have been
Quality
any one of us.
entertainment.
I'm just glad I don't have to keep up with Lobolas anymore.
So what was happening in the vent? Are we ever gonna know what was happening in the
Should have
vent?
gone in there yourself and seen it.
Nope, I'm perfectly fine not knowing. That's what I've learned.
Oh man! All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. A little bit of a crunchy combat situation, crunchy, impromptu, unexpected combat there. He could have run, or he could have just collapsed, but I rolled for struggle, so he struggled. He attacked you.
And he stabbed.
Yeah, and he's a stabby boy. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you guys for joining me today, and everyone listening, everyone watching. Thank you. I again want to thank some new patrons. I want to thank Patty. Let's see, Brian, Rachel, and Tim.
Rachel.
Thank
Tim.
you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for supporting
Thank
us.
you very much.
Hey, if you want to get those episodes a week early too, head on over to Patreon. It's just $3. It really helps us out, pays our fees and whatnot. It's really handy. Hey, and tell a friend about us. Leave us a good review, a like or whatever it is wherever you're watching, and just know we love doing it. You guys make the process worth it. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
For those, for everyone, for those listening live or watching live and listening later, thank you so much for joining us. We will catch you next time. And as always, remember, everyone, please stay safe and stay sane. Bye.